Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another game, Week 3 GXPC. Sorry it took a little while. We kind of were running into a little bit of problem, but everything's situated now, and we're gonna roll right into this and get ready for this exciting game. I'm also joined by my dear friend Quizzer to help for me today. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. You butchered my name, but it's okay. Now, unfortunately for both teams, they lost all bans because both teams had to use an E-sub on White Lotus. We have Finn E-subbing, and on Purple Cobras we have SPT Soccer 3.
Now, I don't actually know how White Lotus has been playing throughout the season. I haven't been keeping track of them. I did play with them once. They are. I got word that they are ranked number 2. I haven't actually caught much stream lately of how everything's been with them. I don't have much to say about them. I have played them once in just a scrim. They were good. They had. Everyone has their moments. They did have some stuff to work on at that time. I don't know if they did or didn't, but they were good. They had potential, a lot of potential. They were good about rotation, good about aggression, and playing passive. Now, Purple Cobra, that was another thing. I played against them on my team, and I got destroyed. I can't even lie about that. I got destroyed, and they're really good. They had a lot of potential. Their lanes were very aggressive, knew what fights to pick, knew how to play, and adjust their play styles. So I'm really excited for this game to see what both teams have.
Yeah, so unfortunately for my team, the Purple Cobras, we don't have Cinco this week. He unfortunately cannot be with us due to a family emergency. But we did pick up Spellfear as a sub for this week, and he's pretty good compared to Cinco. Not perfect, but pretty good. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to pull through in the top lane and do things that like we would normally see Cinco do as a player. We have Friction, who's, all in all a really good jungler. We have Frisian mid. Everyone pretty much knows who he is at this point. We have Tomato Farmer, previously known as Saro Noodles, as my AD carry, and we have Soccer, who's subbing in for us tonight on short notice. So thank you, Soccer. On the side of White Lotus, we have Finn subbing in for top lane, Karios in the jungle, previously known as Davy Boy. So he did play on my team last year. He's also a very strong jungler. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take advantage of Friction in his jungle. We have Fuji, who's proven to be a very strong mid laner as well. So he and Friction, they might have a lot to fight about in the mid lane. We have Aethriel, who's a strong AD carry as well. I feel like he and Tomato Farmer will go, head to head in the bot lane, and then we have Daydreams, who's a wonderful Thresh, very, very strong support. I'm not exactly sure how he's going to go in with Soccer because, like I said, he is an E-sub. I personally have never seen Soccer play, so let's just hope that he's able to dish out dish out the same amount of damage that Daydreams is in the bot lane.
Well, we'll definitely see something interesting today since both teams do have a sub and gonna have to adjust their playstyle and this last minute doing all of this. So this is definitely gonna be an interesting day. It's gonna be best of 3 day. So we're gonna get a good content out of this. We're gonna see some plays, see some crazy stuff happen. Maybe some Baron steals, some Drag steals. Who knows? Aatrox did just get picked up for White Lotus for Finns, as well as Braum for support and Pantheon either for jungle or top lane or mid possibly. Could work out either way.
Oh no,
never
it's
mind.
Lucian.
He played me. I got trolled.
Yeah, I do believe that previously Tomato Farmer and Soccer were on a team together in a gold league, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like their synergy in the bot lane should be very familiar with both of them, and that even though Soccer is kind of lacking in rank, he might be able to pull through with team synergy with Tomato Farmer there. But we do see the Morgana get locked in by Karios. I'm assuming that that's going to be mid lane. I hope it's mid lane.
It might be
And
bot lane to help counter most of what Bryom has to offer. Because once you stop that, there's really no way Bryom can do anything else besides defend his 80s.
yeah, and we do see a Jin get locked in on the side of White Lotus for AE3L. Now, I do believe that he kind of like picked into counter there with the Braum, because I do know that Braum can shield Jin's ultimate extremely well. So
Yes.
if he's able to, kind of get that shield timing correct and wait for the curtain call to come up before shielding, like, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll get out safe. I'm hoping they will.
Who knows? Hopefully he's good at his timing and knows what to shield and what not to shield.
Yeah. And then, if Daddy Braum can't shield, he's got the body block.
He's a big man. He can definitely do that.
Now we're just gonna.
What
While
are
we
your
wait out
thoughts for
these
today?
timers, I think that it's going to be a very, very interesting game. We have White Lotus, who's number 1, and Purple Cobras, who's at number 2. So this is like top teams fighting to become like the top team. So
I thought White Lotus was.
yeah, they're in first place, and my Purple
They're.
Cobras in second. So
Oh.
yeah. So I do feel like Purple Cobras definitely has the potential to finally shut down the almighty and powerful White Lotus, but at the same time, like White Lotus, they're a strong team. They've been strong this entire season, and I feel like they can easily like dominate if they have the team comp that can kind of work for them, and they're comfortable and they're possibly be a threatening team for their part. So
Right.
it could go either way this time. It's like 50-50.
For me, it would be the same response, but I don't have much to go off of. I've only seen Purple Cobra in action, and that was my team. And White Lotus, I haven't really seen much of them besides that one scrim game that we did weeks ago before the season started. I'm not honestly 100% sure. So White Lotus might have something new to bring to the table. Who knows? Something I haven't seen before. So we'll definitely find out how today's game's going to play out with two great teams going head to head to see who's the better. That's going to be a Rumble picked up against going into an Aatrox. I don't know how that's going to actually play out for Rumble. He might have something up his sleeve that I'm not aware of, but having someone like Rumble go into an Aatrox is definitely giving Aatrox a little bit more of an upper hand.
Yeah, Rumble's one of those champions that I personally don't see very often. Like, I have an idea of what he does, but I'm not 100%. So hopefully that'll help out the side of Purple Cobras in the top lane. And we do see a Sejuani pick on the side of White Lotus. I do know that Sejuani is a very strong jungler right now, and that Karios really knows what he's doing on Sejuani, seeing that as he played it for Purple Cobras last season. So I feel like that's like a very comfortable and confident pick on the side of Karios. And our last pick is a Katarina on the side of White Lotus. Not really sure how that goes up against Ari, but I feel like Ari would have an easy time getting away from Katarina's ult if they're playing a little bit more defensively than aggressively.
Right. And then most likely will be a Trundle. They troll me once again. No, it's going to be a Trundle jungle into the Sejuani jungle. Again, that Rumble pick. I'm not 100% sure what he has planned with that Rumble pick. Rumble's kind of a hard person to really play with top lane right now because a lot of the people have way more damage and sustain with top lane. Plus the fact a lot of them are all in, and he only has one all in. After that, you're pretty much screwed if you use it.
Yeah, I feel like I've actually seen the few times that I've seen Rumble get played, like normally the person that's confident to play Rumble in ranked is like able to get out of those unfortunate situations where they might be a little bit out of position or where they could possibly get caught out, and normally like they're able to get out. So hopefully Small Fear will get out in whatever situations he's got in. But I do know that the Aatrox has well, yeah, he has pretty good way of getting out. He has his ultimate, which definitely saves him from those tricky situations that he can get into. So we're not really sure how. Well, I'm personally not really sure how this top lane is going to play out, but I'm excited to see, what goes on
I
up
don't know if
there.
you saw, but Aatrox did have or at the start, but last minute he switched it to Ignite, so he's gonna be very aggressive with Bull, and he's gonna bully him a lot in lane and go for an early first blood, either with the gank of Sejuani or on his own. So Rumble's definitely playing in a hard field right now with that pick alone, because a lot of the champions are all in, and most champions that are all in beat Rumble pretty easily. Again, he only has that one combo, but it's not that big of a combo. Just let me poke you down early and try to pick something up later on. He doesn't really bring much of a fight in a 1v1. If he's fed and he's got items, then he's good. But early on, it's not. It's more of just a harass game with him. And then later on, if he lands some good ults, he's good there. But he has to land the ultimates very well and have them placed to where it hits either everyone or cuts people off from engaging in fights or picks someone off.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that the Jhin Morgana is definitely a strong lane on the side of White Lotus, and but at the same time, like you can use abilities while you're trapped in Morgana Q. So even though Morgana might land a Q on Braum, he could easily put up a shield and block any damage coming from Jhin. So that might be a little bit unfortunate on the side of White Lotus. And on the side of Purple Cobras, we do have the strong Lucian Braum combo. The Braum stun is obviously really good right now, and like he might not be able to get close enough to the Jhin Morgana bot lane unless like maybe he jumps to minions, or even if he jumps to minions, he might miss a Q. So we're really dependent on like how Braum is gonna play against this lane, especially against a summoner support bot lane.
If he's gonna play passive or if he's gonna play really aggressive.
Right.
But
And if he does play aggressive, he could get poked out.
Yes. With this lane, it's kind of a hard choice for him because there's really no in between. If he plays aggressive, he has a chance of getting caught by more. If he plays passively, he's gonna get poked down by the W, by Jhin.
Right.
We do have 5 seconds in right now. We are gonna get ready to go into commercial while we load this game up, and we will see you all later.
I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're running into a little bit of difficulties right now. We're trying to get the game loaded up, but it's not loading up for us currently. We're gonna keep trying to get it back up, and we will get back to you shortly after we do. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for that little bit of difficulty. It said we were not allowed to spectate this game. This game is too good for us. And we're going to roll right into this, and so far it's just going to be a 5-point game. No one's going to be invading. We're just going to say hi to each other for now. Trundle's going to be starting his blue side, as well as Sejuani's going to be starting her red side. Huh. And she decided to start on.
Yep, and luckily for Purple Cobras, they have the Braum to give a wonderful leash to the Trundle. Personally, I love Braum leashes as a Braum player. And as a jungle as my off-roll, I love it. We are seeing a little bit of poke in the mid lane.
It's just going to be a trade for a little bit right now. Katarina stepping a little bit too close to the RA, not respecting her Q or her damage.
Yeah, Ari wants the booty, so...
And it seems like Trundle and Sejuani are going to meet up in the Riverside, and they're going to have a little bit of tussle, or they're just going to have a little trade-off. Nah, they're just saying hi to each other.
We do see that both teams definitely want to get some sort of early lead if they can.
Jin throwing out his E, going in for the quick Q combo to try and get his passive runes off. He's going to get a little bit of damage, but he did sustain way more damage than that Jin did. So the trade definitely wasn't in his favor. But Morgana is going to throw out Ignite and Flash to get that last hit, as well as a hit on Brian for Jin to throw out the W. That's going to be first blood to White Lotus. Wow, that caught me off guard. I was not ready for that Morgana Flash. Katarina throwing out her E, trying to get the Ari's Flash.
Yeah, we do see a lot of trading going on in the mid lane, and unfortunately, Braum did not have his little W to W over to his AD carry, and that gave Jin first blood.
Man, I have brain farts all over the place right now. And I don't know if you noticed, the Ari did have to waste Flash just to get away from the Katarina, but she also blew Ignite, so she is not going to have that ready for another quick fight if she has it. As well as a tussle is going to be going on top lane, but it's just going to be another trade once again. Everyone just right now is kind of trading, going for a little bit of an early lead. Trundle trying to make a gank happen mid, but not going to be able to do anything with that. And just going to have to back off while Sejuani backs right next to her just in case for that counter gank. Fight going on top lane. Fuck. Oh my. I'm like not on my end game today. So much happened earlier that I'm having brain farts all over the place. Rumble having to use Flash to get out of Aatrox's full combo. Aatrox having to using Ignite, thinking he can secure something, but instead he's just going to take the Flash alone. Hopefully that can give Sejuani an opportunity to try and gank for that top lane. Maybe secure a kill and get that Aatrox somewhere. Morgana throwing out yet another Q, hitting Braum, and him sustaining a lot of damage with that W alone. They're taking way too much harass from that Morgana alone, while Jhin just cautiously farms behind the lane.
Yeah, we do see that, you know, the Morgana is maintaining very good vision control in that tri-bush, keeping Braum from warding that up. They do have vision control better in the bot lane as well.
On top lane, Aatrox really trying to pick up on that Rumble. He's not being able to do as much damage, but just going to harass and then back after that. He really needed to back. He did have a lot of gold in on him right now, so he's going to be coming back with whatever he feels, which he's probably going to be trying to build that Black Cleaver pretty early. What did you say earlier?
Oh, I was just saying that White Lotus does seem to have better vision control in the river. They have a pink ward in their tri-bush and another ward in the river bush opposite from tri-bush. And Braum doesn't have any wards down at the moment, so...
Rumble coming in with the teleport, trying to come in from behind. He's going to be able to pick up a kill on Jhin, because Jhin does not have anything to get away. But Jin's going to turn around and take Lucian to get that trade off, as well as Trundle's coming in to help secure the Morgana, and that's going to be double kill for Purple Cobra, picking up a kill on Jhin and Morgana. That was a great turnaround from Jhin, being able to secure the kill on Lucian. Lucian sort of backed out of that when he saw that they were going to be able to secure the kill alone on Jhin without his help. But he got greedy, trying to get something for his lane to get a lead to help out. What are your thoughts on that, Quizzer?
I mean, overall, I think that that was really good from both sides. Like, the Jhin and the Morgana, unfortunately, didn't back out fast enough away from the Trundle, so they both had to perish. But the Braum Q onto the Jhin was definitely really good on the side of Purple Cobras. It's just, unfortunately, if the Trundle had knocked or hit Jhin one more time, then Lucian could have dashed in, stunned him, and gotten the kill. But unfortunately, it's just one auto away, so they had to trade that kill. But
that was actually Rumble that teleported behind. Trundle did come in a little bit late, but helped secure the... Oh, no, you're fine. I just don't want you to mix up the two, because Rumble came in teleporting from behind, helping secure something, helping secure the pushed up lane that they did not have any wards for the back rush on, or didn't clear them, I should say.
Yeah, that far ward in the bot lane definitely helps with any TPs coming in, because both Jhin and Morgana seem to kind of want to push that wave, try to maybe push for a first tower whenever they can grab that. So having a ward down there is wonderful on the side of Purple Cobras for any future teleports that might want to come in from Small Fear in the top lane.
Right.
And
it seems that Purple Cobra is trying to keep vision on the Rift Herald. They might be looking to secure that once and it comes up, or later on once and it does. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like overall, this series, both teams have had really good control on vision as far as objectives go.
Gank going on mid lane. Sejuani throwing out the ultimate, hitting Ahri, but Ahri used her ultimate at the same time, getting just in range of her tower, being able to stay away from the Katarina, not allowing her to ult or get anywhere near her. She did have to burn the ultimate, but she was able to get away successfully without having to suffer death.
Yeah, and we do see that the Rumble is going ahead and buying the 2 cloth armors just for a little bit of extra armor in lane against the Aatroxes, which I personally believe is a really good idea. Like, we've seen Aatroxes before in the tournament, and we just see the top laners that don't have priority in getting that cloth armor for the Aatrox in laning phase. And because of the lack of armor, a lot of the top laners have a tough time going against the Aatroxes. We also see that
Aatrox throwing out the ultimate, trying to get in on that Rumble. Rumble having to burn Flash to try and get away, and he is going to be able to get away from that. Sejuani was trying to come in for the gank, but Aatrox did play a little bit aggressive, not giving the Sejuani much room to try and get in and help secure a kill on the Rumble.
Right, well, we do see that the Katarina has purchased a Dark Seal. I didn't notice that until just now, but it does seem that maybe they went into this game feeling very confident about their laning abilities.
Yeah, and Sejuani coming in for the gank. He's going to throw out the ignite as well. Sejuani is going to flash. He's going to be able to secure the kill on Rumble. Oh, and it seems execution bot lane. That I did not see. They really tried to dive that Lucian. I was too busy on top lane right now with securing Rumble kills.
Right, and we do see that both the Sejuani and...
Oh. Okay, that was... Wow, that was a quick one. Katarina throwing out her EWQ combo and being able to ignite ulti on her, being able to secure that kill on Ahri. She's so squishy to that Katarina that she practically melted. Wow, I was not ready for that quick combo. That one definitely caught me off guard.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the side of Purple Cobras, they had lost their top tower not too long after that kill onto the Ahri. So it looks like White Lotus is definitely trying to apply the lane pressure that they've been applying this entire tournament, and just trying to get objectives since they aren't really getting kills. So we do see that the Sejuani has come in for multiple ganks and is not, is actually even in CS now with the Trundle. So she's not really losing too much from having a heavy lane presence.
Rumble coming in for the teleport from back lane and then being really aggressive, really trying to do something. Rumble, exhaust, going on the Morgana, going to be able to get that Brian stun off, securing a kill, but at the same time they did just lose an Ocean Drake that they did not have vision on whatsoever. But Sejuani and Aatrox are going to be coming in for yet another try. Lucian staying really behind, being able to secure the kill on Jhin, as well as Aatrox trying to fight off the Prime and Rumble, but is that going to be enough to stop him? Sejuani gets securing, no, not securing the kill. Oh, never mind, she secured the kill on Lucian. Fight still going to be happening. Brian flashing, throwing a Q onto the Aatrox. That's going to land a perfectly good stun, securing a two-way kill for Purple Cobra and just a one death for White Lotus. Blech. I mixed my words up. Fight still going on. Katarina going in, not realizing that Ahri did have her E up to stop that ultimate from happening, as well as Morgana throwing out Ignite on Rumble, thinking she can secure something on him, but did not realize he had a shield. Morgana still being really aggressive, trying to land that binding, but not being able to hit it. Wow, that bot lane fight was something else.
Yeah, and I have been saying and past spectates that I don't really like the way that Purple Cobra's team fight. I think that they're very bad at it, and I think they might have proved me wrong a little bit there. Like, that wasn't exactly a team fight, but I mean, it was pretty close to one, and I feel like they definitely played it a little bit better than White Lotus there.
Right. Now, Lucian knew that he was going to die either way, so he did continue to go back in because there was no way he was going to be able to get by the Aatrox and the Sejuani. So instead, he tried to secure the kill on Jhin to make it either a trade or secure a little bit more out of the whole gank and team fight, which he was able to successfully do. Rumble being a little bit too far, getting caught out by the binding, but it's going to be a bait. Priam coming in with the ultimate, throwing it out on Sejuani. Sejuani's going to go down to the Rumble, as well as Katarina coming in from behind and just ulting all of them, and they had no idea that she was even over there. That's going to be a triple kill for White Lotus.
Yeah, unfortunately, Purple Cobras just didn't have the vision in the enemy jungle to be pushed out that far that early into the game, and I feel like that was it was a very good roam on the side of White Lotus for Fuji to come down at that time. Like, they do have some pink wards up, so they would have known that there were no wards, at least in that particular pathway, and Katarina had the opportunity to come up behind White Lotus and take 3 of them out. So very good roam from Fuji there. 10 out of 10.
Purple Lotus didn't need to be that aggressive. It didn't need to be out that far. Like you said, they didn't have any vision. They really had no reason to be over there. They were being really aggressive after that last team fight bot lane, really trying to make something happen, but ended up short and giving up a triple kill for 1 kill, which was on the Sejuani.
Right. And we do see that overall, White Lotus does have better vision control on the map. Like, they have a pink ward and Purple Cobra's jungle. They have a pink ward in their jungle on the opposite side, and they are trying to get some deep wards in around mid lane. But we do see
now, White Lotus is trying to secure the Rift Herald, but Purple Cobra is very much aware of that, and they're trying to contest that as much as possible, but aren't going to be able to do much. Katarina going in, almost securing the kill on the Ahri, but is going to be able to get away from as well, throwing out ultimate. Rumble throwing out the ultimate, trying to stop most of them. Aatrox a little bit too far up. His ultimate's going to go down. Trundle's going to go down to the rest of the White Lotus, as well as Aatrox going down to the rest of Purple Cobra. It is just going to be a trade-off, and they were able to successfully get them off the Rift Herald, not allowing them to secure it. But I don't think that's going to be enough to actually stop them. They're still going to be going for it, as well as double kill mid lane. And Jhin throwing out the ultimate, securing a triple kill for Katarina. They did not respect the Katarina's damage and definitely try to get her. As well as Rumble being a little bit too far out, getting caught by the Morgana binding. And that is going to be a Rift Herald for White Lotus. Yet another triple kill for Katarina. Katarina's really far ahead right now.
Yeah, Katarina is definitely outfarming the Ahri, and on top of that, she has 7 kills opposed to Ahri's 1. So at this point, Katarina is really big and is starting to be a little bit of an issue. So I feel like it wouldn't be too bad of an idea for maybe the Rumble, the Trundle, or the Ahri to kind of gang up on this Katarina and take her down. Or at least maybe try to avoid her to just not have a fight to begin with. Now, because if there's no fight, there's no kills.
Smart thinking. Now, they only have 2 forms of CC. Trundle does have Pillar, but he has to land that directly on the Ahri as she's doing anything for it to be really effective. So that gives a lot of room for Katarina to do really anything without any contestant, especially if her team follows up. There's really no way that they're just going to be able to deal with her jumping everywhere, and then if they do deal with her, they leave open the fact of getting destroyed by everyone else on their team. Sejuani using Rift Herald on mid lane, trying to get that first tier tower for mid lane. Gonna try and secure another second tower while Aatrox is bot lane, pushing that. If you notice, Sejuani did use her ultimate earlier on Ahri, trying to secure something. Lucian also throwing out an ultimate, trying to get some kind of damage up on their team, but it's not going to be enough. As well as Katarina going in, securing the kill on Lucian. Jhin throwing out the ultimate, trying to get a little bit of damage up on that Ahri, trying to kill her, but Brian's going to be there to stop that with his E. And that is going to be tier 2 tower for White Lotus. They might go for a little bit extra now since they do have it, while Rumble is top lane, does have TP, was trying to secure a tower, but it was not worth it. He definitely should have backed it or TP to try and help out his team.
Yeah, and we do see that White Lotus is trying to clear out some of the enemy vision before they go and try to secure that wonderful Infernal Drake in the river. So hopefully, you know, we will either see... oh, well, never mind. I was going to say...
They're going to be picking a fight with them after they just took a drag. Rumble throwing out the ultimate. Katarina just getting in the middle and ulting 2 people and is going to be able to secure a double kill while Katarina just goes behind and secures for a triple kill on the Trundle. Again, they're playing very aggressively. They don't need to be playing aggressive for Purple Cobra right now. They're really far behind. They need to just relax and try and secure what they can and back out. Right there, they had only 3 people for Purple Lotus trying to contest a 5 team after a full team of White Lotus after they secured Dragon. And Ahri's going to go down to one quick combo from Katarina. Katarina just way too far ahead now. I don't think they'll ever be able to stop her. Brian throwing out the flash, throwing out Q onto the Morgana, getting that kill on her, as well as Katarina going back in, but she's going to get stun locked from the Brian, and that's going to be a kill for her. I mean, not a kill for her. That's going to be a kill on her, as well as Aatrox going in to help secure the kill on Lucian. Aatrox really fighting, trying to play aggressive, but he does not have ultimate to try and survive most of that. Jhin as well going in, securing the kill on the Rumble, having to waste flash to try and get away. Is he going to be able to get away from that? He is. That was a cluster of mess.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one.
Both
it looks like...
both teams are just trying to make up their decisions on whether they want to go in or not. And then slowly started to get aggressive, slowly started to get in, and then make something happen.
Yeah, it looks like Ahri's going top lane to try to clear some of that farm, because that is a massive wave. And meanwhile, it looks like Purple Cobras is trying to get a little bit more vision control because they did lose it not too long ago. We see the Morgana trying to secure that vision right back as well. And Katarina's going bot lane, trying to clear that wave. So both mid laners are just trying to pick up some extra CS and, you know,
right now, Katarina is 12-2. She has a really big lead on everyone. They've only been able to kill her twice, and that was when she goes in with no one else. They really need to start picking who they want to actually focus instead of trying to pick just one person off. Katarina coming in while Jhin trying to escape, getting a kill. Katarina getting the kill on the Lucian, as well as Ahri gonna die to flash Katarina from the Hex Drinker. Still going in on the Trundle. Sejuani throwing the stun out. Rumble throwing out an ultimate, trying to secure some kind of damage, but it's not going to be enough to stop the Katarina from getting out a full-blown combo on all of them. Probably might be an ace, and that is going to be an ace for White Lotus. Again, not respecting the team. They're playing aggressive. They don't need to be playing aggressive. Purple Cobra just needs to really back down and just wait for the opportunity, not trying to make anything happen. They're really far behind. Katarina just excelling over everyone else right now. She has really no contestant whatsoever against their entire team. Again, going in, Katarina just securing the kill on the Ahri, not really caring about their team or respecting their team anymore at this point, as well as Aatrox trying to fight, but he's going to have to throw out an ultimate trying to secure himself out. At this point, Katarina just does not care and will go in anyway, securing what she can get.
Yeah, the Katarina is really big right now, and she's also has Sejuani and Morgana to kind of lock down anyone trying to get away from her. So that's very fortunate on the part of White Lotus that they do have that comp that's working in their favor. But yeah, it's going to be a really tough game for Purple Cobras to come back and win. So right now, I think that they just need to try not to pick any fights and to get some items that will help them stay alive when Katarina goes in, and try to get them out of those sticky situations.
Now Katarina is 18-3 now. She is the main carry and main source of damage on White Lotus's team right now. Jhin is doing a fair amount of damage as well as Aatrox, but in comparison to the Katarina is going in on the Rumble, being able to secure the kill on the Rumble. Ryan trying to come back, trying to come help the poor Rumble, but he is going to go down. Jhin throwing out the ultimate, as well as hitting every shot on that poor Brian, landing the kill on him. He's not going to be able to take any of that damage, and that's going to be 2 kills for White Lotus. Again, they're not respecting the Katarina. They just think they can go in. And Katarina's damage is too far gone at this point that really no magic resist is going to help them at this point. They're really going to have to be patient with this or successfully get a Baron still. Aatrox stalling Purple Lotus from getting to that Baron, not allowing them to get close enough to try and secure anything. Purple Cobra. Aatrox going in with the ultimate. Sejuani landing the ultimate onto the Ahri, as well as Katarina following up, being able to secure 2 kills for them, as well as a Baron. Katarina still going in, not caring at all for their team, and that might be a GG for Purple Cobra. And oh, yep, and that was a surrender. Wow, that was something interesting. Once in that Katarina got to that point that she was just too far gone and there was no way of stopping her, she took notice of it and definitely kept fear in everyone's eyes on Purple Cobra, making sure that they couldn't do anything at all. That was a rough game for Purple Cobra. Hopefully they can come back in round 2. What are your thoughts, Quizzer?
Honestly, it was very well played on the side of White Lotus. I wasn't expecting Purple Cobras to lose that badly, especially in their first round. But like there's not too much I can say. Like, White Lotus did play the game better. They did a much better job, and yeah, I feel like if Purple Cobras wants to come back, then they need to find a team that they need to pick champions that have a much better comp together instead of trying to work as solo laners, because playing as solo laners is not how they're gonna win against this team.
Right. I'd say the only thing that Purple Cobra just needs to relax. They need to stop trying to make things happen. Play safe, and they could have waited for the opportunity, got some items, and got something to help them win fights. But they played very aggressively for how they were, and how far behind they were, aside from White Lotus. And we're gonna be right back here for round 2. We'll see y'all in a few. And welcome back, everyone, for round 2, White Lotus versus Purple Cobra. Now, we all just witnessed what happened. White Lotus taking round 1 for a good old win with such a great lead, and Purple Cobra coming in a little bit short, but they were playing very aggressively, like we said before. They needed to relax and take a breather. You could tell they were getting a little bit frustrated because they started to try and make things happen without really having without really having anything to make anything happen, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. What are your thoughts, Quebec?
Quebec. Okay.
My dyslexia kicked in.
Okay, it's Quasars. How you pronounce that?
Quasars.
Yeah, like a W. There you go. You got it. Honestly, I think that Purple Cobras could definitely come back and pull out a win. But at this point, I still think it could go either way. Like normally, Purple Cobras play the worst their first game, and that was their first game. So they didn't have a warm up before this game. So I'm hoping that that would be counted as their warm up and that they kick it into gear, get it together. But like I said, it's still anyone's game at this point. We still have 2 more rounds in this wonderful series that we're playing in tonight. Again, there's no bans because both teams used an emergency sub. We have Soccer e-subbing in on Purple Cobras and Finn e-subbing in on White Lotus. So we're just going to wait out those ban timers and then we're going to get into the first 6 picks of the draft. But you can vote. Oh wait, no. You can no longer vote on who will win. Oh no, Nick! What are the stats? Is it? Okay, so everyone's saying the White Lotus is gonna win. We only have 33% for Purple Cobras here, which is I actually expected it to be a lot even, like maybe 45 to whatever, but it's okay. Maybe it's just because it's my team and I don't think that people would want them to lose, but no, I think honestly, in my personal opinion, I think that it's very even and that it could go either way. So we're gonna see how it goes as we get into the oh wait, no, we still have a couple more rounds. Okay. After this one, I'm pretty sure we get into our picks, so we can finally see who we're actually playing.
And the amount of time that these bands are waiting out, someone could go make dinner.
Yeah, I actually just ate. Otherwise, I would have probably gone and got a snack.
You would have had time to. No one would even notice that you had gone.
Probably not. All right, so. Now we're getting into our picks. Let's see what Smellfear decides to lock in here. We're just gonna wait as this timer goes down and he decides to select his wonderful champion. But oh, a lot of hovers. Is that Bard?
Is it Bard?
Oh no, Morgana.
They're gonna be taking away that Morgana. After that last round, I can see why they're taking away that Morgana.
Yeah, the Morgana last round was definitely scary in the bot lane, and it was definitely scary in helping out that Katarina as well. We did see some bindings land, and Katarina completely obliterated whoever got hit by that. And next we do see Gangplank locked in. Gangplank's super scary late game with his, I believe he still builds crit, if I'm not mistaken. So
I haven't actually seen many Gangplanks, so I'm honestly not sure what they build. I know in the past, when Gangplank was being played, he did take penetration with him as well for that barrel half health explosion, and Thresh is also going to be picked up as well for that support. I love me some good Thresh.
Yeah, so I would like to point out really quick that Nick decided to do a wonderful edit to my name on stream. It says Quasars in parentheses Quebec.
I have dyslexia. Give me a break, Nick. It didn't sound right in my head, so my head changed it up.
Alright, and we do see they pick up the Jin on the side of Purple Cobras, trying to maybe show them how the bot lane's supposed to be played, because maybe Purple Cobras didn't think that White Lotus did as well as they should have in the bot lane, so they're trying to either take that away from them because there's no bans again, or maybe they just feel like they could play it maybe a little bit better. But we do see the Lucian come out, so I feel like we're just gonna do a bot lane swap. Almost, minus the Braum because they did lock and thresh. We see Frisian.
Lore duo bot lane.
Yeah. We see Frisian actually pick up the Lysandra. I've personally only seen him play her once. And personally, I think Fuji is a much better Lysandra than Frisian. Like, the one time that I saw him play her, he did pretty bad. So I'm just gonna hope that he's improved since then, because we have seen Fuji's Lysandra in the past. He can tower dive with her, do mass amounts of damage with her, and when I saw Frisian playing her, he was playing her like a Lux and like poking from a distance and not really doing much. So I really hope that Frisian has learned the ways of Lysandra so he can possibly show Fuji, you know, how he thinks Lysandra could be played, but I think Fuji plays him better.
I haven't actually seen many Lysandras ever. I think once in I think she got a nerf for what it was, and then no one just played her anymore.
Yeah, I just think of her as that one. Oh wait, I can't say that on stream. Never mind. That one frosty female. The nice word. Opposed to the other one that I was going to use, but the frosty female that doesn't have the whip or you know, the little tornado thing that goes shoom, or is not a bird.
Not a bird.
Yeah, she's part of the frosty female bunch. And Braum is definitely her daddy, for those wondering.
Hey, Braum is a daddy for everyone. I know he's my daddy.
No, honestly, I think that Lysandra kind of looks like a goth queen, so
especially in her blood skin.
She's probably down for that. But who do we see locked in next?
We're about to find out for sure.
Ooh, I think that they're gonna pick the mid laners last. I feel like that's not something that they wanna.
Said you wanted getting picked up once again.
Yep.
She did do.
It was the other frosty female.
The other frosty female. I'm curious as to who all the frosty females is besides Ash. I know that one 100%.
Oh, she's the curviest frosty female, I believe.
There you go. I knew she was gonna be a part of that frosty female crew.
Ooh, we see a Graves. Maybe. Hover.
Nope.
Renekton!
Get
Okay.
trolled.
We see the alligator come out to play. He's not a frosty female.
I would hope not.
We see.
No, he does bite. That's true. Zach
and we
picked up as well for the jungle.
Alright, and then last but not least, their mid laners pick, I believe. Unless that's a Lucian mid, which I highly doubt. I'm pretty sure that's not meta anymore.
I don't know. Might still be meta. Who knows with this one? I'm not even sure what the hell the meta is anymore with this.
Yeah, same. I haven't played Rinks in weeks. Actually, no, that's a lie. I played with Cam a few, I think it was last week. But we do see the Rise come out last.
Ooh.
Rise is pretty spooky, so hopefully it's not too spooky for our Frosty Goth Queen in the mid lane on the side of Purple Cobras. Otherwise, he might not be able to deal with that properly.
I'm interested in this lore bot lane that I'm witnessing right now. Especially if like the new skins that are coming out really soon. I knew that's gonna be an epic bot lane.
I can't wait for the Braum skin. Oh my god. The Braum skin. Now we do see. Okay, on the side of Purple Cobras, we got Renekton, Zac, Lysandra, Jen, Morgana, and for White Lotus, we have the Gangplank, the Sejuani, the Rise, the Lucian, and the Thresh. Now, I do know that Thresh is extremely well at landing his hooks in the bot lane. I casted for one of White Lotus's games the other day, and yeah, he landed most of his hooks. So the accuracy with that is very high. So we're gonna, unfortunately for Thresh, has the spell shield that can kind of counter those, but at the same time, the cooldown was recently increased. It got a little bit of a nerf. So hopefully, Morgana can time the spell shield correctly to kind of counter those Thresh hooks coming towards her or her AD carry. And then we do have the Sejuani again, who was very good last game on the side of White Lotus, had a lot of good plays. So they've pulled that out again. We have the Gangplank with the massive amounts of crit late game, like I mentioned before. He also has that global ultimate that can kind of help Aetherial and Daydream secure kills in the bot lane. So he's like kind of roaming, but not really roaming. But yeah.
It's like Karthus. Like he's kind of roaming, not really roaming. Throwing out an
Yeah, same with Soraka and Jinx and Ashe. Like they're there in the spirit. We'll say he's there in spirit.
I always have your back. I'm never there, but I always have your back.
Yeah, I'll send an arrow up to you every once in a while, maybe. American Sniper, let's go.
Good reference.
So
this is gonna be an interesting game for this one.
Yeah,
Especially with the lane swap up.
Yeah, I feel like we do have a little bit more CC on the side of Purple Cobras this game, which is probably a better call for them, seeing how badly they lost the last game. We have the stun from Smell Fear in the top lane. We have the Zac ultimate and that little pullback thing he does with his jelly arms, whatever it's called. And then we have the Morgana binding, the Gen root. So we do see, I don't know what the Goth Queen in the mid lane does, but we do see generally a lot of CC on the side of Purple Cobras, as well as on the side of White Lotus. We get this Thresh Hook, the Flail. We have the Rise. I think it's I want to say it's a snare.
It's a snare.
It's a snare. Okay, thank you. And then we have the Sejuani little permafrost, and we got the Gangplank slows from his barrels. So,
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in them Zac Jello arms, those ones that go ding-a-ling-a-ling and throw people. And we're gonna be going into commercial here in a second, and we'll see y'all when the game is loaded.
My name is Tim Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa, and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
Oh. And welcome back, everyone, for round 2 of Purple Cobra versus White Lotus.
Yeah, and it does look like maybe they want to 5-stack topside and maybe get a little invade for the Sejuani at her blue buff, but Renekton's going up there. It seems like he might get caught out here, maybe. Or maybe
I don't
he's
know.
just
They're
waiting.
looking for that early first blood. If Thush can land that Q, it's a guaranteed first blood. Thush throwing out the Q. Renekton
Ooh,
having
and
a
we get a
flash just
flash.
so he had to get away from not giving first blood. He had to burn that no matter what. If he had gotten hooked, Sejuani would have been able to get the passive off from with her E, being able to land a stun, getting a guaranteed kill, with the combination of Gangplank helping secure the passive for Sejuani.
Yeah, and we do have a little word from White Lotus on Purple Cobra's blue buff, so hopefully that'll die out by the time Purple Cobra's gets there. Otherwise, they'll know exactly where Zac is, and that could prevent a future gank on the side of Purple Cobras.
I feel like they're very much aware that Zaki is trying to get that red buff. Alright, now it's just going to be an introducing of how do you do.
I'm fine, have a boop.
I'm fine, have a boop. That's what Gangplank does. They're like, oh, I'm fine, have a boop, have a Q.
And we just see some trades going back and forth. Ooh, we actually see Daydreams miss a hook. No, that I really haven't seen him do in laning phase too much.
See, I was promised every hook landed, but now I'm not getting that.
Yeah.
That
Same
Lucian
phase.
taking a little way too much damage from that Jhin.
And I think that maybe Thresh shouldn't have pushed up that far.
Dash was really looking for that Q landing just to get that kill or a lot of damage up on someone. A lot of damage.
Yeah, I do know that Daydreams is very comfortable on his Thresh, as it is one of his main champions played. He does have a very high win rate with him as well. But even so, you do have to respect that Morgana is a spellcaster and that she can poke you down from a distance, and you probably shouldn't get that close up to the enemy AD carry or the support without your AD carry there to trade back with you.
Right. Raticon going in on the Gangplank, as well as Zac coming in from behind. He's going to be able to throw out... Oh, no, never mind. I thought he had his Q.
No jelly arms today.
Yeah, no, I expected the jelly arms. If he would have had the jelly arms, he could have thrown Gangplank back, bringing him back towards the Renekton. Renekton could have followed up and secured something on the Gangplank. But they got a flash out from the Gangplank, so it was completely okay and worth it.
Yeah, we do see that Sejuani is kind of up top side, and it seems like Purple Cobras knows about it because they're there to maybe try to steal her red buff or boop her out.
They're just going to try and take that red buff for themselves. But Sejuani should have left that red buff alone, and then it's going to be first blood for Purple Cobra.
A buff transfer. Yep. Unfortunately for the side of White Lotus, Renekton does have that wonderful red buff to take her right back to lane and use against the Gangplank. So now Gangplank has to kind of, maybe watch out for that burn off of the red buff.
Or he might not just do anything at all and keep poking him down with a couple Qs. Although he did burn Flash, so he is going to have to back away, actually, now that I think about it. If he goes in, he might die. Hopefully Renekton is aware of the fact that he doesn't have Flash and is going to take notice and try and fight him. And sure enough, that is what's going to happen. And Gangplank is going to go down to the Renekton.
Yeah, he did use his orange there, but he doesn't have quite enough healing to keep him alive through that. A little bit late as well. He could have used it as soon as he got stunned, but A little bit of a delay. And we do see
TPing in, trying to secure a kill on Renekton, but Renekton's just gonna dash away without really caring, but will get a lot of damage up on that gangplank. He is gonna stay a little bit longer. Zach is gonna be trying to come up to help try and secure something, as well as the Sandra. But gangplank coming out with a E combo all the way to Renekton. Renekton wasn't even aware that he even knew he was in there. But Zax is gonna come in. Oh, and as well as the fight's gonna go on bot lane. Bot lane throwing out the ultimate. Sejuani coming in with the flash, throwing out a W, getting that kill on Jhin, as well as Morgana going down to the thresh hook. And top lane trying to secure a gangplank, but can't really do much anything there. Oh, so much just happened. That was
we got the jelly arm.
The
jelly arm.
I lost my train of thought when you said that. That was a good cue by the Zac. He landed it and knew that there was 1 minion right there to be able to bring him all the way back. Lissandra following up with that, throwing out the ultimate to help secure that gangplank, making sure he is dead. Oh, my train of thought. That caught me off guard when he said the jelly arms.
Yeah, everyone's hating you in chat for your Renekton.
My Renekton?
Yeah, you keep saying Renekton. It's Renekton.
Oh! Look, I know I say Renekton because he's a rectangle. Dang it! You got me trying to thought again. Renekton throwing out the ultimate, throwing out flash, getting the kill on the gangplank, but he's gonna die to tower. I call him Renekton. Leave me alone. I like it. It's better that way. Would you rather me call him rectangle? I can call him rectangle. He is a rectangle.
He's a crocodile.
He's a rectangle. I love you too, chat. Thresh not even aware that the Zac's even right there. Zac just coming in, not caring at all about the Lucian going in. Oh, train of thought. Brain farts. Securing the kill on the Lucian. Lucian and Thresh not even aware of the fact that Zac was even waiting in that brush, ready to jump on them as soon as they went in, and Thresh getting a little bit too aggressive for them. Zac throwing out E-ing the Sejuani, getting her really easily, as well as Lissandra throwing out the ultimate, trying to secure the Sejuani. Rise and Thresh trying to get over there in time to help Sejuani, but Sejuani went down way too fast to Lissandra and Zac, sadly. As well as top lane, Renekton going down to the gangplank. So much is going on right now. Every minute something's going on. It's crazy. What are your thoughts on everything that just happened within the past 10 minutes?
Well, you know, it is pretty even. Purple Cobras have a slight lead. They are up in gold, and they are up in kills by 1. And so I feel like all in all they're doing a little bit better than last game, but it's still early. It could go either way.
Right.
We do see that Zac is
Zac going in for the gank going in for something on the gangplank. Not anything. Gangplank just gonna walk away from that, but he did keep him in lane long enough for a little bit, so Renekton's gonna be able to push that, as well as Zac helping him trying to secure something. But Gangplank's just gonna ult the minions to get them away from the tower. They're gonna be overstaying for a little bit too long. Renekton going to the back line, trying to get the proxy farm the minions. Sejuani, not sure if she's gonna try to go stop that Renekton, but maybe, who knows. Raya is picking a fight with Lissandra mid, throwing out that sweet EW combo, keeping him there for so long. As well as Renekton going on top lane, and there's something going on bot lane. Lucian going in with Thresh going on his Q, trying to scoop kill on Morgana. Morgana going down to Lucian, as well as top lane. Zac going for the turret dive, but he's gonna die to the gangplank. as well as Lucian, as well as Jin throwing out such a great ultimate, curving his last shot, being able to hit the Jin. Lissandra trying to get in close enough in range to throw out the ultimate, trying to get that Lucian. What is with this game is like ridiculous. Everyone's picking a fight.
Yeah, I think at this point, both teams are really eager to get ahead, and so they're both playing pretty aggressive early on. Purple Cobra slightly more than White Lotus, but Purple Cobras is kind of known for, being confident.
Behind Renticon landing the stun on Rise, but he's gonna flash away using his cleanse, as well as trying to go in on the Lissandra, but Lissandra had the ultimate and was able to get away from that, all that damage. Thresh throwing out a Q, reactivating it, going back in, but he is gonna die to that Renticon really quickly. Everyone is just really eager to fight this game and just really want something to happen.
Yeah, I feel like this time Frisian, he wanted to pick a player that roams because he knows that he can't really fight Fuji very well in the mid lane. Like he's a strong mid laner as well, and so it's not worth giving him kills. So
Morgana throwing out the binding, landing it on the Lucian. Jin coming over to try and follow up, throwing out a W. Will Jin be able to secure it? No, Jin's not going to be able to get enough damage to try and secure or dive that for a kill. You were saying?
Yeah, I feel like Frisian tried to pick a champion that roams a little bit better this game just so he can kind of make up for what he might lose in mid lane.
Renticon picking a fight with Gangplank. Zac coming in for the gank, trying to help secure, but Gangplank's just going to flash away. As well as Sejuani coming in with the ultimate, throwing it on Jin, securing that kill for Lucian. Oh, these fights are there's so many and they're happening so quickly.
Yeah, for White Lotus, they did manage to get a gold lead, and they do have a tower as well. So Purple Cobras, they should probably try to farm a little bit better, maybe grab a couple towers. But it looks like White Lotus wants to go in for this dragon.
Lissandra going in with her E, trying to land the binding, or not trying to land. Zac trying to land the binding, but missing the Q just slightly. As well as Gangplank teleporting in just to make sure that he does not go down. Jin throwing out the ultimate, trying to get the Thresh, but Thresh is just sidestepping all of it, but it's gonna die to the last hit. Rise breaking a fight with Lissandra. Lissandra having to throw out the ultimate, trying to save herself from the Rise. As well as Zac Morgana trying to come in to secure something on the Rise because he did not have any vision at the time. And Gangplank just picking a fight with the Renticon, killing him so easily. Renticon with 0 contestant or trying to fight back, just gonna die slowly to that Gangplank.
Yeah, I don't think that Fear is very comfortable on this Renekton opposed to Cinco, and he kind of picked it more for helping his team out, and it's not working for him in the top lane versus that Gangplank. So unfortunately for Renekton, he's either gonna have to go to another lane and try to farm up and get away from that Gangplank, or try to get some assists from helping his team and get some gold that way.
This is such an interesting game. Everyone's being so aggressive on trying to make so much happen. Sejuani invading Zac, trying to get that blue buff, but Zac throwing out the E, getting the Q, getting the full combo from Zac going down. Renticon coming in from behind, trying to help, not behind, coming in from front, helping secure the kill on Sejuani. I'm running out of breath over here.
Yeah, Sejuani did happen to get that blue buff, I believe, and Renekton just stole it away when she died. So buff transfer, round 2.
Round 2 of the buff transfer. Whew! Rise picking a fight with Lissandra once again, just poking her down. Lissandra not really doing much to stop that Rise from doing anything to her. There's not really much she can do if she goes in. Rise is just to be able to easily pick on her and beat her down.
Yeah, Yeah, as far as vision control goes, White Lotus does have quite a bit in the river. Purple Cobras has a few here and there, but it looks like it's I believe 5 wards, including the one in bot lane, to 1.
Morgana throwing out the binding, landing it on Thresh. Just getting some good damage, but Sejuani is going to come in to help secure that tower for bot lane, and that's going to give his team a lot of gold. Ryze coming in, throwing out, get his E, trying to get something, but is going to get caught by the binding, as well as Zac coming in from so far away, bringing the Ryze back with his ultimate. Lissandra throwing out the ultimate on the Lucian, as well as Jhin throwing out an ultimate on the, and each shot on the Sejuani getting her killed. And Thresh is just going to walk away as if nothing didn't happen, and he doesn't want anything to do with that.
That's how a proper support goes out.
They just walk
Everyone
away after
thinks
one
we're dead.
person.
We just walk away.
Ryze definitely shouldn't have been out that far trying to secure anything without his team helping, and Zac and Lissandra were right there, close enough to help anything to happen. Zac separating Ryze from his team. Zac separating Ryze from his team, giving Jhin, being able to kill, giving Jhin a kill. Oh my god, my words. How does one word anymore?
English is hard, it's okay.
English is not my first language.
It's not
Even though
Persian
it is.
either. or tomato farmer.
Seems like White Lotus is going to be trying to get that Rift Herald, but it looks like Purple Cobra is very much aware and is going to try and stop that from happening anytime soon. Thresh throwing out the lantern, being able to get that Lucian out of there, but they're going to continue going for that Rift Herald because Rift Herald is really low, but Jhin is nowhere close by to really help much of the damage. Thresh throwing out the ultimate, getting most of them away. Lissandra throwing the ultimate on herself. Thresh, Sejuani going down to the Lissandra Renekton. Jhin coming in last second, but by then it's already too late. He did not need to be in there that far. Going down, he's gonna go down to the gangplank, sure enough, as well as Zac going down with his passive. But Lissandra TPing into the Zac, trying to help get him something. Zac able to get the kill on Thresh. Holy Toledo, this was just a mess.
There's a lot going on right now. I believe the teleport onto the Zac was just to keep him alive for a little bit longer. I don't really think that the Lissandra had any intention of actually teleporting in on that.
I do not believe so. You are very much correct. It was able to give Zac enough time to get up from his passive and then secure a kill on the Thresh. That was such a big mess.
Yeah, all in all, this is a lot closer than last game. Purple Cobras was only down 1 tower. They're down 1k gold lead. Actually, no, like 400 gold lead now. And, you know, they are up in kills by 3. So maybe this is Purple Cobra's little comeback game, and this is what's going to take
Lotus, once
this
again,
series
trying to get
into
that
round
Rift
3.
Herald, but it's going to have to back away from that once again because they're not able to get it. But it might go in their favor again this time around, knowing them. Thresh throwing out the lantern, landing it on Renekton. Lissandra going in, throwing the ultimate on Lucian this time instead of herself. Jhin staying in the back lane, using his ultimate to harass without actually having to get poked down. Renekton going straight in for the Ryze. Then Jhin coming in last second to help secure any kills that were left there on getting a kill on the Sejuani.
Yeah, Jhin really wanted that 4 shot on the gangplank there, but didn't quite get there. Now gangplank is actually a pretty big threat right now, so they're trying to probably back away from him if possible.
That definitely went in Purple Cobra's favor a little bit more. Lissandra trying to get a kill on the gangplank, but gangplank just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna throw a barrel on you.
Boop the tower, Jhin. Yay!
That was
It
a
was
lot
one
better.
boop away.
That was a lot better positioning for Purple Cobra, but Jin not respecting them at all, just trying to back on a ward. Right there, Allen River and Lucy just coming in with the ultimate, being able to get him to stop him from backing, and that is going to be a Cloud Drake for their team, for White Lotus.
Yeah, I think White Lotus was like, yeah, we gave you the Rift Herald, so we're gonna take this dragon. Now we do have an Infernal that's spawning next. White Lotus does have an Ocean and a Windrake, so they're really speedy and they have all of the health regens. But I think Purple Cobras is going to try to go for this Infernal Drake, knowing them, they won the damages, so they're going to go for the damages.
We're definitely having better positioning in these fights, a lot more. Aside from that first fight with the Rift Herald, Jin wasn't there at the time, so they didn't have as much damage as possible to really get anything off or to kill anyone. But Jin, this time around, was in a better position to get a full ultimate off, hitting just about everyone with that ultimate, if not 2 more shots on someone trying to secure a kill. As well as Cassandra, instead of ulting herself through the ultimate onto the Lucian, making him sit still for a little bit to get a kill up on him, getting him out of the game and out of the picture.
Yeah, I would like to point out that last game Fuji was the problem, but this game Frisian's a little bit of a problem. Frisian's 5-1. He's lacking in CS behind Fuji there, but he does make up for it with the kills. Fuji's only 1-3. He finishes Rod. It looks like he got a tier as well. He might be building that into something, but we can't really tell at this point. So it might have been early on just for the mana, but we're going to have to kind of wait and see what he does with that, if he sells it or if he decides to build it into maybe an Archangels or something else. I don't really know what you build on Rise personally. One of those mid lane champions that support players don't play.
Right? Regicon trying to get that split push in, but he's going to get stopped from that Gangplank, but Gangplank is going to be chasing him down, trying to clear something. Regicon using his ult, going in on that Gangplank. Regicon just putting in a lot of damage on. Gangplank is going to have to flash him back out of that really quickly, otherwise he was going to go down to the Reneticon. He did not respect that Reneticon's damage at all. And he's going to go down to Reneticon. He overstayed his welcome. As well as Rift Herald was used top lane, and Rift Herald is going to go push that top tower, and it's going to force them to go back while Purple Cobra secretly takes a Baron without them really knowing. They are down Gangplank, and Rise is going to go bot lane, so they don't really have much to contest this Baron with. Rise throwing out the flash, getting the binding up on the Reticon, being able to secure that kill. Reticon overstaying his welcome, as well as Jin just going top to try and get that tower. Jin throwing out the ultimate after landing his W. Zac following up, being able to get the last hit on the Jin. Oh, Thresh coming in with the Lantern. Being able to get that kill, but Morgana flashing in, throwing out her ultimate, as well as Zac throwing out the Q to help get the kill on the Sejuani. Holy crap. I thought it was a good play by the Thresh when he plants and was able to get away, but man, it was not enough. Oh wait, he Quicksilver slap. Yeah, my dyslexia.
Yeah, no, we do have the Gangplank here trying to contest that, as well as the Thresh and the Rise, and ultimately Purple Cobras decide to back off. They are down actually Renekton just got back to mid lane, but still he's not with the team. And they're all pretty low, so they're just going to go ahead and have a little back. Unfortunately, they didn't really ward Baron when they were over there. Like, they warded around it, and they have a ward and River, but nothing is really on Baron. So, judging by the pings on the minimap, it's still a primary objective for them, and they're going to use that to maybe push out some lanes. But for right now, they just can't secure it because, you know, White Lotus has that vision there as well, and they just don't want Purple Cobras to have that. Which is completely understandable. You never want to give up a free Baron.
Oh no, never. Once you do, that's pretty much game at that point. They're gonna push everything.
Yeah, and we do see that Frisian's trying to sweep the Baron pit. and clear out some vision there.
White Lotus is very much aware that they're really trying to get that Baron. Reticon using his full dash, trying to get close in on that Gangplank, but Gangplank just beating him down ever so slowly. Reticon trying to run away from that Gangplank, but Renaticon's not going to have enough damage to really beat up that Gangplank, and he's going to go down once again to Gangplank.
Unfortunately, Renekton can't quite secure those kills on the Gangplank, and White Lotus is now trying to win their vision back over here, putting a couple pink wards around Baron. Purple Cobras ultimately decides to back off. They're down with
Jhin, but Jhin not being able to really do much about the solution, unless if he outplays him, and it looks like he might outplay him, but he's going to take the ultimate from Lucian straight to the face.
Ouchie.
Jhin really trying to outplay that Lucian and almost got him, but couldn't take the ultimate to the face quite enough. Thresh throwing out the Q, landing it on Morgana. Morgana not being able to do much, but she's gonna. Zac really screwing over the Morgana's ultimate, taking her away from everyone after she ulted them. That was such a poor play by Zac. I really feel bad for that Morgana. She is probably upset right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this looks like it's going to be a easy Baron on the side of White Lotus. Poor Purple Cobras. You know, they tried to contest it.
Reneticon, but Reneticon just dishing out so much damage. He's going to go down to the Reneticon. Rai should have backed with his team. Reneticon going back in, trying to secure something. Jhin throwing out the ultimate. It's going to help throw out some kind of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Oh!
Ooh.
Gangplank barely surviving. He's going to die to the Jhin W. Long range shot. What a snipe.
They just couldn't quite get that Gangplank up until that point. Like, every time Renekton tried to fight him, he would either, you know, run away, live with a little bit of HP, or kill the Renekton when he had very little HP. So that probably felt pretty good on the side of Purple Cobras to finally kill that Gangplank that they've been trying to kill for the past 10 minutes. But it does look like they're very well aware of the fact that Purple Cobras is on this dragon. Like I said, they're going to try to go for this because they do like the damages.
Right, Purple Cobra is going to be able to secure that without really much of a contestant besides the Lucian ultimate. Lucian throwing out that coin purse ultimate.
Yeah, White Lotus has definitely had really good vision control around both the dragon and the Baron, and even in the enemy jungle this game. But Purple Cobra seems to be able to still manage to get those objectives, even though, you know, White Lotus is very dominant visually on the map.
Right.
All right, and it looks like Lissandra's gonna have it back, maybe a little bit of gold. Renekton wants to really fight this Gangplank though.
Reticon really trying to beat up that Gangplank, but Gangplank just beating him down with those barrels. They're hurting him like crazy.
You can't quite kill this Gangplank.
Not yet, that is. And it looks like he's gonna be caught out from the rest of White Lotus's team. Reticon really trying to make something happen. He's gonna go back on the Gangplank, but it's gonna get hooked and is gonna die short.
And then there's that Gangplank just walking away with barely any HP once again.
Sejuani throwing out the ultimate on the Morgana. Morgana not being quick enough to throw down her E, or I believe it was actually on down from Jhin earlier. Very unfortunate for the Morgana. Jhin trying to throw out an ultimate, trying to clear a little bit of minion waves, or trying to get some kind of damage up to try and get them off. But it's definitely not going to be enough to try and get them off. They're going to continue pushing while Gangplank backdoors their bot lane for another tower. Zac going in with the ultimate, getting three-way, but has no one in there to really help secure anything or get any damage out. Jhin walked away. He's going to be able to get a kill on the Lucian last second, but Lissandra and Zac are going to go down, as well as Jhin getting a kill on the Thresh. Jin just baiting that Sejuani along, not even carrying his damage. Oh my god. Very nice bait along from the Jin.
Yeah, the further we go into this game, the better Jin scales, and Lucian, I don't really want to say he falls off, but he gets to a point where like he's just not doing as much as the Jin. So unfortunately for the side of White Lotus, that Jin just doesn't, or the Lucian, sorry, just doesn't scale quite as good as the Jin. But on the other hand, they do have that gangplank that can really chain those barrels and get some massive crits out as well. So I feel like the late game gameplay kind of makes up for the lack of, damage output that the Lucian's doing opposed to the Jin on the side of Purple Cobras. So,
Right.
that gangplank pick might not have been the worst with the Lucian on your team.
It's really becoming in team's favor now. Gucci on time. Yep. They didn't really get to use that Baron as much as they wanted to, but they were able to secure one tower with it. Morgana throwing out the binding on Sejuani, but Sejuani's just going to walk away, as well as Gangplank and Renekton picking a fight with each other once again, but they do both have GA, so it really matter as much. Thresh throwing out yet another Q onto the Lissandra, trying to get her, but she went straight into the Gangplank, and she's going to have to throw it out an ultimate to try and get away from him, but she's barely going to survive. Rise trying to come in with the ultimate, but he canceled that because he knew he was going to die from that ulti. Jin throwing out an ultimate, trying to get some kind of damage up on their team, trying to get something, but it's not going to be enough damage to really get anything out without his basic attacks. Morgana getting hit by a Q, gonna go down to the Gangplank, as well as Sejuani throwing out the ultimate, getting it on Renekton, keeping him at place. And he is going to go down as well. Gangplank flashing to get the kill on the Jin. Zac getting up after using his passive, as well as Renekton going down. This is going to be an ace, and most likely will be a guaranteed GG.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of Purple Cobras, that Gangplank is extremely powerful late game. It looks like there's a forfeit though.
Yep.
So that will be game.
That was a GG. Round 2 goes to White Lotus.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Gangplank's very strong late game, and they just didn't have a champion that could properly deal with that Gangplank. The Renekton, he could up until a certain point, like they were going even, and then it just got to a point where he really couldn't 1v1 that Gangplank anymore. And if you don't have anyone for someone putting that amount of damage out late game, then it becomes extremely problematic. And the Jin, he just wasn't doing too much opposed to the Gangplank.
Right.
Especially with the chain barrels, like the 3 chains.
That chain barrel top lane was very good. Oh, shout out for KTA for donating how much? Donating $3 to the stream. Thank you, KTA, for your donation. Hernetic. Love you too, KTA. Love you too. That's what I'm gonna say to that. Love you too. I knew I was gonna get feedback from that. Leave me alone, KTA. Quit bullying me, you toxic person. And we're gonna go. Oh. Anything you wanted to say? Quiz. I'm not even gonna try and
not really. Like I feel like personally on the side of Purple Cobras, like they were a little bit cocky going into this game, and I have personally been telling them all week like not to be, and to actually get some real practice in instead of the troll practices that they normally do. But unfortunately, they don't listen to me. So I feel like they could have done a lot better. It's unfortunate that both our top and our support couldn't be there today. So we did have to throw in a couple subs. So that's unfortunate for the side of Purple Cobras. But White Lotus did do very well in this game. I feel like the lack of bans definitely contributed to how well they were able to dominate over Purple Cobras. I do feel that they have a much better team fight than Purple Cobras does, and I feel like overall they have been working much better as a team this season. So I honestly thought it would be a little bit closer in the first game and maybe even go into the third game of the series, but unfortunately for Purple Cobras it did not. So very well played on the side of White Lotus. I gotta give them props for that one. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, would swipe right. Let's see. That's a hard one, everyone. They all played really well. What did A3O play?
80 carry.
80 carry? Alright.
Yeah,
I won't give it to him. I'd say I'll give it to...
I interviewed Daydreams last time, so let's pull Davey up.
Yeah. What did Davey play?
Sechwani. Hi, Davey.
Oh,
No, there's no way I got MVP. No way.
What do you
did.
mean?
You know what, Davey? You're gonna accept my MVP.
Hold on. I had 8 deaths, but okay.
Well, you know
It's
what?
okay.
You
You
had
know what?
great positioning, and you had great ultimates that helped secure a lot of team fights for your team. Being able to lock down a single person, which is typically the person that needed to die. Especially like that last fight where you ulted the Veneticon and kept him at bay when he ulted it and was gonna go in, but you stopped that, and it was able to get enough damage while Gangplank just went to the back line and just killed the Jin.
Yeah, I did ult that Renekticon.
Yeah, and to be fair, seeing as you played for my team last season, and I've seen you miss so many Sejuani ults, I only saw you miss one personally in that last couple games. So
Yeah,
props
I've
to
been
you,
working-
your accuracy has improved.
Yeah, we're getting the coaching that we need over at White Lotus. So we're just really investing time into my Sejuani ult placement. It's starting to pay dividends.
Now, speaking of coaching, do you think that actually helps at this elo?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Half the time, the coaches are just telling us to pull our heads out of our asses and to turn our brains on. But I feel like we have really good mechanical players, and that's really what we need to be reminded of the most, is to turn our brains on. And they've helped us a ton, just reminding us what to do in different situations, how to rotate, how to move around the map. And I think if we didn't have that advantage, or if we didn't focus on that a lot, then Purple Cobras, I mean, that would have definitely gone game 3, because everyone's really good mechanically over there.
Right. What were your thoughts originally before you went into these games?
We knew that Purple Cobras was second place, so and we had a game yesterday, and we really messed up. Well, we didn't really mess up, but we got some curveballs thrown at us against Phoenix Rising. They really pushed us to our limits, and so we played really well game 1, then kind of fell off game 2. So and then game 3 was really hard fought. So in this series, we were just trying to remind ourselves that even if we win the first one and it was like a pretty solid win, I felt like it was clean, that we needed to remember to keep our heads about us. And the second game wasn't as clean as we wanted, but we just had to keep comms positive and kind of focus on playing the way that we're supposed to play, not on the fiesta. And I know Purple Cobras thrives in really chaotic environments and mixing things up.
You want to talk about chaotic? Let's go watch the last game that you just did. Let's watch the first 10 minutes of the game. We'll see chaotic.
I don't think I was watching it. I think I was just doing some PvE on that.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say.
Junglers.
The last game that y'all played, both teams were very aggressive. Y'all were really looking for something to get either a lead or just something to help y'all out. what were y'all's plan with that? Because y'all were trading back and forth between both teams.
Yeah, in top lane, since we had a sub, Finn stepped up and he played really well. Going into a really tough lane, the Renekton Gangplank, but he was able to trade really well in that lane, and he absorbed a lot of pressure, which just allowed us to do a lot in the bot lane. And I think that Purple Cobras kind of might have rotated up to the top lane a little bit too much. They were trying to get that snowball going more than they needed to. They sent the Lissandra and Zac up there, and that's when we got the double kill bot lane and were able to deny, I think, 2 waves mid, 2 waves bot, and that was really the turning point in the game from my perspective, that we wanted to play on the bottom half of the map, because Ethereal is just a crazy good carry, especially on Lucian. His positioning is on point, and Daydreams did an awesome job getting in through the lane, and Fuji always can carry when we get into the late game. So our plan was to get mid and bot ahead and just let top scale, and he scaled faster than we expected, so it was a nice surprise.
Scott wanted a game 3. He wanted y'all to lose and go into game 3.
Wow.
Do you want any shout outs?
Shout outs to our coaches, obviously Jordan, or White Lotus Disgrace, and then also Dissonant, our other coach. He's moving right now, and Jordan was on the road, so they couldn't be with us today, but shout out to you guys. We love you. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Don't give up on us when I miss all my schedules and die 8 times. We need you. And also to Daydreams. He's under-recognized, and I think he's a really good sport. And Freshburger for sleeping through our games. You'll get what's coming to you, bud.
Drop down into the sub list, and we're moving Finn. Fuck.
We're still on stream.
Nothing was said.
I didn't hear anything.
Thank you.
I'm
Davey.
deaf.
I love you, Davey.
Love you too.
All right. Well, that was today. White Lotus coming in with a 2-0. Purple Cobra coming in short, but playing really well. Very aggressive. We'll see y'all to what's next week's or this coming game. We'll see y'all tomorrow. NFG versus
Fulson Gaming.
Forcing Gaming.
Close enough.
We'll see y'all tomorrow at 8:30 for tomorrow's game. Hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.